Oh. Ow. Yep.
Shenanigans, the foolery, the fuckery of it all.
Jump on in the room, everybody. We need to have a conversation. My apologies for last Sunday. Hi, Owen.
Shenanigans, the foolery, the fuckery of it all. Shenanigans, the foolery, the fuckery of it all.
Alrighty. Hey, everybody. It's your boy, Matty Rants. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Sunday live chat today. I actually was just saving and converting the Canada's Drag Race Snatch Game review I did with Jamar this morning. We finished maybe 10 minutes ago. So shout out to Jamar84 for filming with me and I guess taking sides as it was stressed to him. I'm also going to explain some things that have been happening in the background for Matty that I want everyone to be aware of in case certain things are crossing in paths, because apparently my name right now is being thrown out into a narrative that is not true. And unfortunately, I've now come to a place and position because my friend Jamar was now involved in this mess, where I'm going to have to speak about the issue that I was actually trying not to talk about. And I was trying to let be. But this person is, I guess, trying to destroy my life and my career and whatever is happening with my channel, after being caught up in a few things. And I've honestly just wanted them to stop talking about me, but they have been really on a warpath to contact every person who I know and change up stories and do a whole lot of mess. So I've asked you to leave me alone. I don't want to have to get this into a legal standpoint, but it's about to get there. So please, please stop talking about me, sir, okay? Um, yeah, just to start this off with, because I'm in my truth mode right now, and I'm not doing this today. I had a friend of mine who I was really close with that I was doing a lot of stuff in terms of different things on my channel. They helped me out with this little intro video. You know, they probably are telling people that they did it for me and that they did everything, but they didn't. And, you know, just a couple of stuff like that, right? So this individual and me, we've been very cool. We've been very open and honest with each other about a lot of stuff. And lots of things were happening in between, I guess, our time in our friendship where this person was telling people my business. And it had been going on for a very, very long time. Never, it was almost like they were having the conversation with me to resolve it, but then they would go to others and be like, well, let me tell you what he did and how I felt and this, that, and the other, and just painted me out to be some kind of monster half the time. A lot of the stories that were being told to these people And those people then reached out to me and told me that. And he can reach out to them too and ask if they talk to me. They're going to lie because they did. But they reached out to me and were like, "Are you friends with him? Because he's talking about you. And he said you did this, and he said you did this, and he said you did this." It came to a point, y'all, where in fact I was gifted that Nintendo Switch. And I had a conversation with you on this camera stating that I love this Switch. It's amazing. I am going to have to get a bigger one because I'm going to want to dock it and play it on a TV. That person took that conversation and told everyone that I wasn't grateful for the gift that was given to me and that all I wanted to do was trade it in for something else. And that's not what happened. This narrative was placed in many people's heads. It was painted and put out there for me to look like an ungrateful asshole. They would take pictures of me when I would be like in incomparable places. If I had left something out, like trash or anything like that, it would be taken, a picture would be taken. Can you not make my place dirty? It was always these microaggressions upon microaggressions upon microaggressions. And if I didn't want to do something that they wanted me to do, it was then this huge deal. And that huge deal was then presented to other people. Well, Matty does this, but he won't do this, and he won't do this, and he won't do this. And he is Mimi because he reached out to Jamar the other day. And Jamar hit me up. Okay? Talking about thank you for not taking a side. I never asked anyone to take a side. I asked you to leave me alone. Leave me alone. Our friendship was not good. It was toxic. You don't want to take accountability for anything. You blame me for every single thing. You made me feel like I made your life difficult when it was the opposite way around. Seriously. I tried having a conversation. It did not work out. I asked you if you talked about me, and instead you turned the conversation around. I'm asking you to leave me alone. I'm asking you to stop talking about me to people. I'm asking you to stop lying about me. I'm asking you to do that. I'm asking you to stop telling half the story. I'm asking you, please. I know you're watching this. I know someone you know is watching this. Leave me alone, please. I don't want anything to do with you anymore. Stop talking about me. You don't know me. You know nothing of me. Okay? No, it's not him. But I just couldn't imagine being someone who, when you move around for something and you move away from some sort of situation, you know it's toxic, that you then say, I won't talk about you anymore. And you continue to talk about me. You continue. I can read the text message that you sent my friend saying you would never talk about me again. And you're still talking about me. Leave me alone. I don't care what you do in your life. I actually wish you nothing but wellness and success. I just don't think it's going to be with me or anything to do with me. I didn't call anybody to say, don't talk to you anymore. I never did that. I don't have to do those things. People could jump to their own conclusions. Oh, I'm no longer friends. Calling people to tell them that I am no longer friends with him. He's not my friend anymore. Like, for real. Like, that was actually happening. I'm 33. This person is the same age as me. Come on. Come on. I know I have things I need to work on and things I need to take accountability for. And I'm a person to actually say that and agree with it and continue with it. This is not the case with this individual. This is what they do. They do this all the time. They get in your face, they turn around, they talk behind your back. I've asked them to stop. But I've already sought legal counseling. I've already talked to other people in reference for what I could do about it. If it continues, I'll just continue to build this up until I have to take them to court. But they need to stop talking about me, basically, because it's not even true. And that's the killer part of it. It's, you know, when someone tells a story, but they do it so that way the narrative is only to make them look good, and they don't even tell you the story. They bring up hypothetical situations so that way it lays you and convenes you into actually answering the question the way they want you to. Okay. Again, I don't want nothing to do with this. I'm not talking about them. I'm not running to people like, hey, this person did that. But they're actually, every person they're calling me up. Why are they talking about you? Why is this happening here? Whoop, 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 whoop. I wanted to move on from the friendship. Apparently they're making this a really big deal, and it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. But yeah, I was offended, y'all, to find out that this person was trying to take credit for my YouTube channel, and they were talking about me just in very negative ways. And if you're gonna be my friend, I have to make sure that you're in a circle and a place with me where we're not talking about each other to other people. You want to be kikiing of me about folks? Okay, cool. I want to kiki to you about folks? That's fine. But if we're gonna call each other friends, then we have to be that. And you being mad at a friend over a situation, you don't go to other people who are strangers to that person and tell them how you feel about them. That's how people develop an opinion of somebody that they don't know. And so you are then confused. Just like how we drag race fans, when we get on people who we don't know who are drag queens and like, oh, well, I know her and she's actually a great person. Okay, the same thing applies here. Just because we're not cool doesn't mean that everybody else that I'm going to be around is going to have the same experience with me. Of course not. Of course it's not Jake Yonsei. Of course not. No. So I'm tired of it, and I just wanted to address it now because I'm apparently a part of this person's commission of living, and they can't move on without me. Well, I'm not going to say their name because that would give them actual validation and validity. Most people already know who I'm talking about, anyways, because that's just it's synonymous with their name, apparently, which was told to me. I'm not even running around talking this. This is people telling me stuff, and I'm not going out there being like he did this and he. No, that's crazy. I'm just trying to live my life, man. I'm just trying to get my shit together. I'm just trying to have my own like, baby, why are you trying to take me down? As another black person, are you trying to take me down? It's ridiculous. Don't even and you don't even want to be black and you're doing all this. So it's insane. Huh. So all right, I'm done with this. I got off my chest. I'm cool. Yeah. No. No. No, I've had people such as Mr. Yonsei hit me up because that person would be posting messages directly talking about me on his social medias, and I had a couple other folks roll up on me like, why? What is going on? Like, shit. I'm like, yes, it's insane. It's insane that a person with actual business doesn't have business to mind. Like I said when the last time I talked to you, and I know you're watching this, don't talk about me. Please leave me alone. I'm not gonna talk about you. We're good. This was all fucked up. It's toxic friendship. I'm not doing this no more. You feel like I did shit to you. I feel like you exaggerated those things. I feel like you did a lot to me that you don't want to take accountability for. It's not gonna work. So let's just move on and just be adults in this situation. They don't want to be right now. So as an adult, I'm sitting back on this one, but if this continues, I will take legal counsel because this is I don't do drama. I don't do drama. I don't do drama like this, and this is too much. I'm past the point. A former friend of mine has been talking shit and lying on me and going to all my close friends and trying to bait them into not liking me. Most recent person they did this with was Jamar, who I just filmed with, and it's really fucked up because like you went to my friend and you're yes basically slandering me basically because a lot of stuff that's being said is not it's not the full truth. It's their perception of it. So it's hard to deal with, but you know, at the same time, I know what I'm doing with my channel. I know what I'm doing with my platform. I know the work that I've been putting in behind the scenes, and so I'm just going to continue to do that. But again, they're a very talented person. I wish they would just focus on their work, and that would be that. But they don't apparently, and yeah. Oh, for sure, Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure, for sure. And I've already trust me. I've thank God for a couple of these new friends out here in Vegas, girl. Because when I tell you, they were like, every time you see something, just send us our way. We'll build a case. I'm like, all right, cool. Thank you. Leave me alone. Stop talking about me. That's all I'm asking you to do. It's not difficult. Okay? We won't get into that chunky monkey. That's not up to me to debate. I've moved on from that situation, so it's not up to me to worry about what that person's going through. When I was friends with them, I was concerned, and because of the actions that were taken against me, I don't need to do that. I don't need to do that. I don't need to do that. So if people want to believe him, cool, that's fine. But the majority knows the truth, and I just ask of him to stop talking about me, and that's all I'm asking him to do because I don't talk about him. This is literally the only time I have said anything about this. Anywho, let's get into why we were here on this live today and why I want you here and why we were talking right now and what's the giggle and what's the gag and what's the goop. Let's get into Drag Race. Let's get into Canada's Drag Race. I want to talk about Umbrella Academy with you real quick. I did do the Black is King reaction video, so if you haven't seen that yet, you got to see it. And let's just talk about what's been happening right now with the world and things that are taking place and just stuff that's happening here. So yeah, roll it up, roll you one up. I need to go to the dispensary. I should have just taken that out. I have to go to that store where you can go buy things that are sometimes not available in other states, but available in my state after this. So oh my God, it's stuck. Hold on. I'm trying to turn this thing and it's stuck. Ah! I binged the entire Umbrella Academy 2 yesterday. Okay, so did I. It is legal in Nevada. Yes, it is. It is legal in Nevada. It is. I'm so mad, Pokemaniac, you know the sound of that. I'm not going to do this on camera with you. This is YouTube, but I need to oil this, clearly. Ooh, I need to oil this. Ooh, bad. Why are you stuck? Oh, why are you stuck? I have a backup grinder, but still, why is this stuck? Sis, it's so legal in Nevada. Oh my God. Okay, and then mind you, there's one like round the corner for me. But anywho, so I'm not going to give away too much of Umbrella Academy season 2. I was thinking about doing a video on it, but I wasn't sure because I didn't want to do it episode by episode. If I were to give this season the synopsis it deserves, picture it, 1960. No, wait, 1961. No, wait, 1962. No, wait, 1963. That was the beginning of that whole season. Picture it, 1960. Nope, 1960. No, no. Basically, after the events of the first season, the family is dropped off in a different timeline in 1960s, right before JFK was assassinated. Uh-huh. Oh. I fixed it. Oh, God. Yeah, sorry, I had to fix that. That was driving me nuts. Basically in this in the 1960s where the end of the world has followed them again, and so they have to save the world once again. But this is 1960s America, and they're in Dallas, Texas. So racism is afoot. Misogyny is afoot. It's a lot of that. It was interesting. I liked the season. It was very good. I don't like Ellen Page's character. I don't like Vanya. That's the only person who I'm just like, I don't need her on the show. And it's nothing to do with her storyline. It's more so just her acting. It's so dry. It is so dry. I can't do it. I try every time and I'm like, girl, Miss Thing, like, I want to give her something. Like something. She just seemed dead half the time. I can't really do it. I really struggled to get past the first episode. Becky, you got to. It's worth it. Once you're past that first episode, it's worth the entire ride. It's worth the whole ride. Oh, you want to talk about Miss Ellen? You want to talk about you want to talk about Ellen, like racist Ellen, who we were all giving passes because she's this lesbian woman on TV. Oh my gosh. See how quarantine is? This is why I like quarantine, because the relationships you don't need to have are being severed. And the shit that you need to see is being shown. So, So since quarantine has happened and a lot of the entertainment industry is being hit with losses here, a lot of people who've worked for Ellen who are no longer under NDAs are speaking. And they're telling their work experiences with Miss Ellen, okay? How she was saying that people weren't able to look at her when she would walk into a room, how she was always getting in arguments with specific people of color, how, Apparently, Ellen just doesn't like black people, period. I was kind of like, really? Really? You don't say. Here's the scoop, Jackson, and this is where we're going to keep it real. I'm at a point now where a lot of these people, who, whether you're gay, straight, bi, or whatever, at there are I feel like it's time to shift the change on specific people. Okay? And it's time to put new faces in the front if we're going to have voices to be vocal for certain specific things. I know a lot of people who are in the LGBTQA community, but they're racist. I know a lot of people who are gay, but they're misogynist. I know a lot of people who are this and this and that and the other, but. And a lot of people who are really stemming from that more so, and I'm not saying all of them, but I'm saying the ones that are sort of set in ways because of, if you think about it, change can be hard for some people who like the same thing over and over again. And once you get up into the front and you get up in the on the little pedestal or pier or whatever, bitch, you know, like example, what I just talked about a few minutes ago, somebody's gonna come out the woodwork on some bullshit. Can't take whatever happened. Can't just accept things and move on because they believe they were totally fucked over. You were not. I didn't understand what the whole thing about Ellen was. Like the Keds shoes and the, seersucker jackets and the khaki pants. I didn't get it. I really, and she's not funny to me, to be honest with you. I think that the things that she does to people on the show with scaring them was funny. But to me, I never really got Ellen's comedy. I didn't understand what it was supposed to be. She reminds me of a Band-Aid sitting in the... She reminds me of a Band-Aid sitting at the bottom of a shower drain, okay? It was on somebody at one point, but no one gave a fuck about it later. Ugh. I know the name China. I just can't say that all the time because some people feel like I'm pointing at them. And I like to tell people that while I am aware and I'm very much, for the people, by the people, I'm also someone who's not going to make someone feel alienated while I'm stating my point. And sometimes making that statement to people, they miss the point because they're waiting for you to say it, like the trigger words, oh my god, and they don't understand that. And this also brings up another point here that a friend of mine was making when it comes to people being upset over Beyonce with the title of Black is King, okay? And they're like, what do you mean? Like, how would you feel if it was white is king? And I'm like, well, bitch, we've experienced that forever. That's been forever. Everything's been white as king. Even monarchies now will never have a black king because it is a child. Don't get me started. So her using that in her title it has nothing to do with black supremacy. Black people don't have the right to say supremacy because we don't have that privilege. Hello? There's only been white supremacy. There's never been any other supremacy other than that. And just by us saying black is king wouldn't bring on a new kind of supremacy. There's only that. Only that. I like number 5. I like number 5. He carried this season. Yeah, that's another thing too. The whole term Becky. That's a racial slur against me. You don't know it's not, and you don't get to say that. You do not get to say that. Becky can be used for a lot of things. So no, we don't get to say that. The N word doesn't get to be used for a lot of things. It only means one thing. It stems from one point. Okay? It stems from one point. All right? I'm not doing it anymore. Folks, I'm just, y'all, I can't. I cannot. I can't do it. I can't do it. I had someone really, the moment I dropped my reaction video, which I had someone inbox me. Ha, your video is not doing successful, whoop, whoop, whoop. I'm assuming it was the person who I just talked about being a troll in my inbox or whatever. But I already knew the video wasn't going to be as big as it was going to be because I don't normally do reaction videos for one, especially dealing with music artists for two. The algorithm wise, I put that video up hella early. And four, I'm proud of it. I'm glad I did it. I actually put a lot of work into it. And so for me, it's not a matter of if the video like shot up and did so well. It's okay, I did this work. It didn't work out the way I wanted to. Let's just keep doing it and see what happens. That's how YouTube works. If you have a YouTube channel. Yeah, people taking credit for YouTube channels that don't even have one or trying to be one or even want to be on camera, girl, but continue. Thank you, China. I appreciate you for seeing me and understanding where I'm coming from. I mean, don't. I'm like Mimi Cherry. I don't need to get you. Do I need to get you involved in this in your own story? Your own story? No, because we're not doing that, and that's we talked about this. Um, let's get back to this topic at hand, which was kind of all over the place here. Yeah, if you haven't seen Black is King, I would totally tell you, definitely go watch it, definitely see it. Don't waste your time. It is beautiful. There is nothing about it showing black supremacy. It's black love. It is it's pride in being black, and especially for those who are darker in melanin than say me. Like, I'm light, okay? I didn't see no light skinned black people up in there except for somebody who was albino, and I was okay with it. I was it wasn't about me. It wasn't about, oh, represent all like types of skin tones with black people. No, 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 no. That's not what that movie was about. Okay, it was Beyonce's interpretation of The Lion King through her own music and the way she felt from the story and when her time that she spent in Africa, and her own pride in being a black woman in, in black society and black culture. And it was a way of showing symbolism and symbolicness of that. I feel like I said a word that doesn't exist, but whatever. She also showed a lot of African deities. And these are things that have been wiped out of history or have been put away because of Christianity, which, I'm a Christian, but I also say that there is history from where we came from and things that we knew about. And so you see these things and you see her depicting those deities and those things in African cultures that are celebrated. And what is the first thing that people do? Oh, Beyonce's worshiping the devil again, blah, 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 blah. That's satanic. No, it's not. It's actually an African deity that stems from culture that came before the Bible did, honey. And she's just paying an homage to those who came from that life and from those places where it originated from. Isn't it crazy? It's crazy. It is crazy how one's mental perception of something can be so misconstrued to where they have to create an entire situation to validate to validate them being wrong. God, who do I sound like I'm talking about? Like, girl, I promise you, it's insanity. And a lot of those people get into the comment sections or tweet things or they post stuff knowing it's going to be an unpopular opinion, and they're going to get dragged for it. And then what happens is that they get on this, you're just mad, I'm not mad, I just stated my opinion thing. But no, you were mad, so you made that post and you commented on it. And then because people got mad at what you got mad about, you now are the victim of them getting mad at you. It doesn't work that way. Why do people demonize black culture? Black culture is beautiful. They demonize it, Owen, because that's a. You really want me to go there? Honey, I think I answered this question a little bit for you. I would say, and I'm a Christian, where do you think this came from? Slavery is a Christian choice. You know that, right? Slavery came from Christianity. You know that, right? Okay. I actually had this conversation with my cousin the other day, and I'm so glad because I could talk on it. Girl, basically, if you're going to ask why people demonize black culture, it comes from Christianity and it starts from way back in the days when it was they came to Africa and they would see certain things from us and find it silly and spooky and of witchcraft. Because if you're going to go into Pilgrim days on top of it and think about what was the time frame called again, y'all, when they were burning witches? What was that time frame called again? Hmm. What was that time frame called again? Oh, hold on. There's a time frame during the Salem witch trials. No, 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 no. There's a different. It's like an era. It's an era. No, y'all. It's a. You know how they say Mesopotamian era and stuff like that. I can't think of the name of it. Don't. I can't think of the. In Crusades. Okay, I think it's the Crusades. Inquisition and Crusades era are the ones I'm like. Yeah. Ooh. No name. Hold on. We have a helicopter situation. Hold on. Bitch, they looking for somebody. Girl, they are looking for somebody. No, there was slavery in Africa too within our own people. They were creating slaves and they were selling off our own folks to other people for money and for gold and for specific items that they were being told would be, very good. So if we're gonna do this, you mean America, right? No, I mean both. Like if you really want to go there, they were already slaves in Africa within their own African communities, but then you have these people coming over here looking at these people like they're not even really people, and their own people are selling them off for money to get them over across the ocean to then be turned into further slaves because Christianity was used as a way of keeping people enslaved by saying that it was God's will and God liked it, and this was the purpose of slavery was, through God's purpose. So yes, that is what I'm talking about. And so when you're talking about people demonizing black culture, that's where that stems from. It starts in Christianity and it starts in stuff like that where it doesn't seem of God. Why else would everything that is considered darkness be dark and everything that is light is white? It was like if it's black, it's bad. If it's white, it's good. Remember how Disney was doing their movies this way? Oh, I'm about to bring you in. Go back into all the Disney films. Every entity or being that was considered evil was presented in a dark color or dark skin. Okay? And everybody who was good was considered light and bright and just not evil. You may not be able to handle this conversation, but it's a real one. Now, I may say all this, but I'm not going to Kanye it. That was the whole thing, Scorn. If you had fair skin, you couldn't be evil. You see, that was the issue, and why if you go back into these old videos where they were asking about children and racism, they would bring up books that they would read where they would show the villain always presented with darker skin and the hero would have fairer skin, right? So when children were asked about what doll to take back and forth, the ones that were presented with things early, with seeing imagery of good and bad, would not pick the black doll or would be confused by it because they were like, it's just bad, it's ugly, it's evil, this, that, and the other. That's what they were taught and what they were shown. But those who had never saw any kind of video, any kind of book that they read, they chose whatever they wanted to choose. It wasn't like, oh, I'm just going to pick the black doll because of that. It was just whatever they wanted to choose. Whatever they wanted to choose. Whereas when they had the black children doing it, they chose the black doll because what did they say? Looks just like me. We'll go on to a different point at this moment right now. Thank y'all for so much being here and listening to me rant on about stuff and talk about this and do this, that, and the other. If you'd like to donate to the channel, please and thank you. It's paypal.me/MattyRants, Cash App $MattyRants, and Venmo MattyRants. Now, I am actually going to probably stay here for another month. So right now I am gathering my coinage. I've actually been really good at saving money since I haven't had to go all out like I used to. And I went to the grocery store this last week, and it was, I miss going to the grocery store. And I'm going to the grocery store again this week as well to restock my fridge. But every donation is going towards that. And unfortunately, I haven't had any really good job aspects come my way. I did do a couple phone interviews. I haven't had any callbacks. My sister-in-law recently got a hold of my application again because she's like, girl, I thought I did this for you. And I was like, apparently it's not great. So she says there's nothing wrong with it. So I don't know. Are you thinking about getting a car? Yeah, I am. If I get one, it's not going to be anything fancy, and I'm not pressed about that. My mind is like, okay, I gotta figure this out. That's where my mind is. And another reason why I don't want any more madness from others. I have to focus on me. It's about me. It's just about me right now. Like, I have y'all, my family, my friends, and I have my friends and those who I can talk to. But they got to realize if I can't call you every day, do not take it personal. I can't take people who do that need to be coddled as friends. I can't do that. I can't do it. I cannot do it. That's why me and Alexander Rogers are really good friends. We don't have to coddle each other at all. I can go weeks without talking to Alex. Same thing. We may not even watch our own videos, girl, and we'll get back on the phone like it was nothing. Hey, friend. Hey, friend. Nothing. Okay? And that's just it. And so I'm telling y'all, like, if you a friend that needs consistent, constant attention, ask yourself why. Ask yourself why. Now, I don't want to talk. Well, I guess, Alicia, I'll give you a mini review since you brought Snatch Game. I see this comment. Okay, okay, okay. Hey, Robin. I see you. I see you, Bible. So basically, I just finished the review with Jamar. That'll be up tomorrow for Canada's Drag Race. We had a good time talking today. Shout out to my friend. Snatch Game was Jimbo, Rita, Lemon, honorable mentions to Scarlett Bobo, and Alona Verley were holding it down. Everybody else was poop. Yeah. I thought Jimbo, listen, if Jimbo didn't win this week, I'd have been hot. If Jimbo didn't win this week, I would have been fire engine hot. It is. 5 out of 8 is good. Now that's the thing. And that's why this is really importante about this Snatch Game and why Canada kind of set a little bit of a bar here, because the majority were good. My business email for bookings is bookmattyrants@gmail.com. Yeah, that's the one. It should be in there. What if you don't have a Disney Plus account? Is this for... Wait, I'm confused. I think some of this is coming in late. If you don't have Disney Plus... someone was like, they're not playing... Someone had the nerve, and I love how people are spreading misinformation about Black is King. They were like, they're not even playing this video in Africa. I'm like, yes, they are. They're not playing it on Disney Plus. They have it on a different platform, and they posted it all over social media. Next. I'm not as big of a fan of the lip sync as most people. I thought it was the best one of the season, but I got Priyanka doing a good job to Kiara giving me Fifi O'Hara versus Sharon Needles season 4 tease. Desperate. Everything thrown but the kitchen sink. And I was kind of like, girl, you don't have to do all that. You don't have to even do all that. She was good. It was a lot for me, personally. It was a lot. And it was long as hell. Oh my God, Jamar is a funny joke. Not even gonna say it. I can't wait for y'all to see Jamar's joke. I cracked. I was laughing so hard. Richam, I talked about the Sharon thing already. Me and Mimi Cherry addressed it in our podcast, Fortunate Rants. That podcast that came to fruition that was not just talked about. Ain't that right, Ming Ming? We talked about it a little bit in the podcast. We sort of leave the link in reference for it. I'm not going to speak about it on this channel because that situation, the victim of it requested that no drama channels cover it extensively. They just wanted to tell their story. And so we are honoring that by not telling her story. But yes, I'm aware. I am aware. I am fully aware. And it's not good. It's not. Ooh, it's not good. When is the last time you really lived for a lip sync? Like, lived. Widow Von Du. Widow Von Du. Widow Von Du. Widow Von Du. Shaka Khan. I was so proud of Widow. Oh my God. Like, Jan was, doing Jan. But I was watching Widow. Yeah, that one right there. That's the last time I was I was screaming. Woo! It's my night. I'm not top. Ooh, my God. Widow wore that out. Wore it out. Yeah, that was it. I think Evie versus Brooklyn was also like epic in proportions. This past season, though, it was Heidi, but it was Heidi, but Widow. My God, Widow. Oh, Mama knew how to really take a song and give you what you needed, especially with Shaka Khan too. And Shaka Khan was right there. It was very Dita Ritz moment. I was like, Widow's got her own Dita moment. Whoo, that was good. Oh, Mimi Cherry, thank you for the donate in here. Mimi Cherry is a part of our podcast for Fortunate Rants. Mimi says, anything y'all want us to talk about on this week for the podcast? Now, we do film the podcast. Wait, Mimi, when are we filming this one? We're filming this one tomorrow, huh? Yeah, we're filming this one tomorrow, right? Yeah, right? Or is it Thursday when we're filming this? Monday? Okay, tomorrow. Okay, yeah, I was right. Okay, cool. Girl, I forgot. Too many videos I'm making. You should discuss season 13. Nope. Nope. I said that I was not going to do rumors, and I'm not doing them this year. I'm not going to spoil nothing for it. I would like to enjoy this next season. Dick, I love you, baby. I love you, Dick. But fuck that. No, ma'am. Terry Crews. Oh, God. That the swollest raccoon in the bunch. No, ma'am. I mean, I could. I could. I could. Terry Crews is a. Damn it, Terry. I really am mad at Terry Crews because Terry Crews was the person who I used to like look at. I was actually very attracted to Terry Crews. Okay. Some people are like, what, Matthew? I'm like, no, I told. Terry Crews would have been my type, but it's still. I'm so disappointed with him. I'm so disappointed with him. Oh, I'm so disappointed. Like he is fine to me, but man, you just had to be against black women. You just had to be against Gabrielle Union when we needed you to be a vocal point and speak up for somebody. I know it's your job, but you continued on after that to say shit that was some bullshit. I mean, Lord have mercy. Yeah, I actually like Brooklyn Nine-Nine a lot, and he was one of the reasons why I watched the show because I would wait for him to go shirtless. All tea, all tea. I'm like, oh, he's about to go shirtless. Yes, 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 yes. Ah, there it is. I'm judging. Oh my God, I have a brother who is a bodybuilder, so like I grew up in the gym, even though I never wanted to lift a weight or whatnot. So for me, anybody who goes to the gym and has a certain regimen about themselves, I have mad respect for. I need to be more inclined with mine because I'm shaped. But if I was in the gym, bitch, I'd wear y'all low. I'd wear y'all low. As a matter of fact, you know what? I really should make that my thing. Once I really feel myself settled, like this upcoming month, I'm kind of see how this works out here. I'm really gonna like invest in like gym time and really get like an actual body. My body's right, but I like it to be one. And I've been thinking about that for the last couple of months. And honestly, y'all, just to be real with you, I have my own issues with body dysmorphia when I look at myself in the mirror. Honestly, and most people don't even catch that from me or they assume differently of me. But what do you think this is? You think that I don't just be staring in the mirror like I've eaten too much today. I've eaten too much today. Like I've had those moments, honestly, like where I've literally sat in the mirror and was just upset at myself, and I was thinking that I was too big or too this, that, and the other. And that's because I was told I was really chubby when I was growing up, and then I lost the weight, and then people were praising me for that. And every time I would fluctuate in weight, it would be something like, "Are you okay? Is everything fine?" And then with my family, because they were homophobic, are you okay? Do you need to go to the doctor? Do you need to go to the hospital? Is it that? Because that's what the assumption would be. Whereas I have an extremely high metabolism. Hence the reason why y'all see me drinking all them juices. Extremely high metabolism. Like water is great and like fresh fruit and stuff like that is awesome. But my body will sit there and go, we're not done. We're not done. And I've been trying to get off of sugar, y'all, I promise you, but I love fruit. Fruit is king. All hail fruit. Strawberries, bananas, oranges, oh my, peaches, ooh, peaches in my pie. I love fruit so much, it gives me life. Those are some of my favorite things in life. Oh, I think I almost did a song, but I did life twice. I gotta work on that. Ooh, also, everybody, if anyone has any music background, producing music of any kind, inbox me, please. I'm interested in getting some music together and redoing an intro video, as well as a separate piece of music itself. So if you're interested in doing any kind of music, if you work in music at all, hit me up. Me and Jamar were talking about this today in my Canada's Drag Race video, and we're kind of we're trying to see what's up. We're trying to see what's up. Jamar does his own thing, I do mine, but when we get together, these are the kind of projects that we like to do. So let us know. Oh, pineapple is everything. Pineapple is my second favorite fruit next to strawberries. Yeah. Wow, lyric. That's very strong opinion, but that's just how you feel. I probably am one of those people who you don't find attractive. And I wouldn't even place myself in that category, but a lot of people do because I talk about drag race or I'll say something or I'll do this, that, and the other. So, yeah, I'm sorry you feel that way. I would say open your mind to other experiences, but it is what it is. I'm okay. It's not even about that though. For me, me being single is because I kind of refuse. Well, one, a friend like jumped in the middle of me getting to know somebody, regardless of the issues I was having with said individual. But um, as far as dating is concerned, I'm just being picky, and I'm choosing to be picky because I don't want to end up with somebody like, you know, lyric who's going to tell me they don't like certain people or they think certain people are ugly and unattractive. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't want to be with somebody like that. Like someone who doesn't love themselves enough to say some shit like that on somebody else's page. Fuck shit like that. Um, I'm being picky because I don't want to do what I've done the last couple of times where everyone said I wasn't being picky. In reality, I was honestly just I was trying to say, "Oh, you know what? Let me not look for this or let me look for something different. Let me do something that's not normal for me. Maybe this is the reason why that hasn't been working out for me." And lo and behold, me lower not even lowering a standard but sort of giving up on the things that I want in a relationship has not worked out for me. So, there you go. Oh, I'm okay. Trust me. I know. Like who? Mimi, he's in the chat. That's him. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, I fall into the same trap, Maddie. I know, Kiki. It's like, girl, you be sitting there thinking, I have told, I, I am really doing this for who? You know what I mean? Like, another thing too, y'all do not let your friends get into your relationship mix ever, 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 ever. I am on Cameo, Akira. I am on Cameo, and I do get your cameos done. Do not let your friends get in your business when it comes to dating because I'll tell you this right now. You want to talk to someone who doesn't know shit about that? Your friends. They don't know shit about it. You are you. They are them. They like what they like. You like what you like. Do not take their opinion seriously. And if you do, get ready to be single and in a relationship with your friends forever. I had that happen with someone who I was dating who I did have a little issues with communication with the guy, but my friend involved himself so much so that he made me feel like I wasn't even being a friend with him anymore and I stopped talking to the guy. And that wasn't even the tea. Like, bitch, at the end of the day, if you want to be with somebody and be in a relationship and be laid up and be in a house living with a family, that's your fucking prerogative. Do not let those people tell you what to do. Do not let those people jump into your shit because guess what happens? They'll tell you not to date somebody, but then the next day be on a date with somebody. One more time, they're gonna tell you you don't need to be dating, you need to be focused on this and the other. But the next day they gonna be on a date with somebody, telling you how happy their date was and how happy they're gonna be. Honey, I'm doing a whole video on that this week. Yep, I'm doing a whole video on that. I'm doing a whole video on that. Yep, reasons why I'm single. Yep, reasons why I'm single. That's a great video. And I'm gonna bring that up in there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. She ain't. Oh, that's the she ain't video this week. Single life. She ain't single life. There it is. Ow! I'm gonna be working out the rest of this week. Yup. I got 2 days to work on that. Got it. Got it. Got it. I was just trying to figure out what my she ain't was gonna be this week. Single life. I will name positives. I will name positives. I will name positives. This is the reason why you need to be single, to help you grow and to be a person that's better in yourself and to understand who you are and what you want. But then we get into the other shit. Oh, I love y'all. See, this is why I get on lives because y'all help me with my shit. Hold on, I want to read something. Are you okay? Oh, Crystal, are you okay with being single though? I am. Right now I am. Now, Crystal, here's the difference. Now, hear me out on this, Crystal. I'm okay with being single. I'm not okay with not having a cuddle buddy. So it would be nice to be in a situationship or an entanglement that doesn't involve somebody else's man, where we could end up slowly progressing into dating, because I'm a person who could be sitting in the bed watching a movie with you, wrapped up, all cuddle up and shit, food on the table a little bit, and then be like, let's talk about the movie, and we may kiss a little bit and cuddle up and stuff. Never any sex. And then just be like, okay, well, I gotta go to work. Okay, well, we'll talk tomorrow. And then eventually it gets into that level. And then eventually it goes there. I'd like something that I can slowly progress into. That someone can see I have a channel on YouTube, that I'm very personable, that I'm very vulnerable, that I am who I am, and I'm not anybody else different. That would be ideal for me right now. To then get into a relationship. So for me, I guess to wrap it up would be, I need to meet somebody who does not require a whole lot of attention from me right now. And I the same of them, but when it's time for us to be it, tiptoe into, there it is. I just need to check the water, because I don't want to get in another relationship again and it be like the last one I had or the one before that. I really don't. I really don't. I'm not renting nobody, girl. Boo. Um, I would like the next person who I would give my time to be the last person I give my time to. I don't want to put myself on a clock, but if I ever were to have kids, I would like to be a specific age to have them so I can make sure I can keep up with them. I see my father now at 73 running around with 6 and 7 year olds. No, no, not me. No, ma'am. Mm-mm. And well, I'm not talking to my father. I love him still, and I will still say that, but I have told him to his face, you are crazy. You are crazy. 70 with 6 and 7? You're crazy. I know you got a new wife, and you're trying to make sure that legacy continues, but the fuckery, you supposed to be granddaddy. Not granddaddy with grandkids as kid. No, ma'am. But then again, like my father said, and even though I don't talk to him, he said something real deep. He said, well, Matthew, why do I have to have a time for me to live my life? Why is there a set time to do this? What if I never found anybody until now, and you weren't just born until now? How would you feel? He shut me up. Because it was kind of like, true, because this could have been me at 6 with you at 70, because life didn't go directly how you wanted it to, so things were a little bit different. And this is just your way of dealing with the different. I don't know. I will eventually talk to him again, but right now I'm actually in a very good place with not talking to him. I'm being very honest with you. I'm my father has called me at least 7 times since I've been here, and it's almost been a month now since I've been here directly, and I have not answered one phone call. Not one. Oh my god, I need something. Oh, here we go. Nick, go in the corner now. Go find a corner, right? Find a corner. Find a corner. Oh my god, shut up. I hate it, but I'm in a much better place, and I'm in a more positive space right now without talking to him. But eventually, we will speak again. I'm not gonna. Refuse. I refuse to. You know. I refuse to hold a grudge or be a person that holds grudges. I'm dealing with somebody right now who is holding grudges currently. It's not even blood related. Who says they don't and do. I don't want to do that, but I need time before I can step back to that family again and feel like if they do say something crazy, I'm not gonna. It won't affect me. So I need to get there, and right now I'm not there. I'm not there just yet. I'd like to keep it on, please. That's exactly how this is going. I'd like to keep it on, please. Um, Open your hair, please. Want to see? I don't know what that means at all. I don't know what that means at all. I love you too, Melody. Thank you for donating. I like to see an anime contour. Chunky, you're in my family too. Again, I don't get to respond to everybody's messages, but when I see stuff, just know I see it and I'm coming back and don't think I just ignored it because I didn't want to talk to you, okay? I hate when people assume that of me. It's like this is a lot going on, trust me. I could pop stuff up. Hey Jermaine! I ain't seen you in a friend. I meant to say a second friend. How's your drag going? It's on pause. It's on pause, and I'm gonna say it's on pause because the name that was created um, was also the person who we talked about at the beginning of this video, who apparently doesn't want to leave me alone, was also helpful in creating that name, and I don't want that name anymore. So, yeah, I like don't want anything to do with it because of that, and it really is sad to say, but I have to protect myself because I know who the person is, and I know that that would be something that they would forever and ever and ever say, "Well, I did that, and I did that," and it just they wouldn't be able to grow up and let it go. So I'm changing the name. I'm rebranding the entire bit of it all. I loved it too. I got the pizza part was a duh. That was what I made up or whatever. But there's too much behind that name where I wouldn't want someone to ever feel like they could take away from me, like they're trying to say that they try to do with my channel by saying that I wouldn't be successful. It wasn't for them, and I can't do that. Living situation is good, Belinda. So right now, the studio I'm in is great. I love it so much. I had to move this all around. I'm planning. I actually want to stay here for another month. So the 16th is the date that I need to make sure, or prior to the 16th, excuse me, I got to make sure I got to pay them again. And I did talk to them about possibly doing like a month to month lease here or like a 3 month to 12-month lease. And so right now, after our conversation, which they do like me here, they think I'm very sweet and quiet. We're working on that now. So they're trying to see because they know what I do and they know my finances. So I'm like, I'm not going to say y'all give me the lowest rent, but at the same time, like, what can we do since light and all that is included with us, like light, electricity, and all that time. But yeah, it is rebrand time. I want by next year, 2021. I want to go in with a new drag persona. Not even persona, because we all know me. I'm gonna be me, but the name will be different. I may just go back to Madison B. fucking Grand for that matter, because that was what I originally stuck with, and I love that name. And I'm also just a lot coming up on my plate here. I'm really excited for Mimi. Yeah, he would. He would. That's why I don't want to actually post the I don't want to post the intro music anymore because um that person was involved in it and it's now smudged. It's tainted. It's tainted. And things that I made up, puss puss and all that kind of shit, that I feel like that's now being misconstrued into someone taking credit away from me of things that I put together from my own natural ability to make up shit off the top of my head. So yeah, y'all, it is I'm very hurt in this situation, and what makes it worse is that I'm now being painted as a villain even though I'm not running around and being like this. It sucks because they don't see what they've done and they don't want to see it. It sucks. It sucks because I was like really thinking that maybe he get it, but it's disappointing. No, no, it's nobody who you actually like. Yeah, that's right. That's pretty accurate. Um, yeah, I feel weird about Harry Potter now too. That onesie I have, I'm like, "Ugh." Yeah. I mean, it's mine. It's mine, but still, it's just. I think what it is. I think for me, I will use that until the end of the year, and then once the end of the year comes, I will already have worked on a new sound in a new way. But I don't want that to be something that is continued because, yeah, I I will not forgive them for the YouTube comment. That one hit. That one because they did it before in a video of mine on an Instagram live where they said something to the effect of while I was talking to people, well, if I didn't introduce you, would they have even known who you were? And that YouTube comment after how many years of doing this, of moving with nothing in my pocket and depending on folks who ended up talking shit about you behind you. Like, girl, no. No, 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 no. This is all I got that I have put my full blood, sweat, and tears into. Missed paying phone bills for just to make something happen. Lights being turned off and still had that. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. When you ask a question, yes or no is the answer, not vague sentences in between. Answer, did you do it? Yes or no? So they believe I am running around town telling on them, and I'm not. But they're doing that to me. Everything they say I'm doing, they're doing. I am so stressed and annoyed by this individual. I just want them to go away and leave me alone. Just leave me alone. I want nothing to do with you. Leave me alone. They won't. It's insane. I'm honestly nervous for my life in certain cases with this because I've dealt with the stalker and I've dealt with other people like that before that cannot just move around, that just cannot like actually get over stuff. Yeah, like Mimi knows. Yeah, Mimi was there. A lot of people were messaging me about it a lot, and they got very defensive and angry at times. Like, well, I just won't say anything anymore. And I was trying to be nice, like, no, 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 like it's not that. And it's like they wouldn't even want to hear a critique about them, you know. So I don't know. It's weird. I like Legrand, Matty Legrand. I mean, that was always my like way of doing stuff when I was like when I found my drag persona. I always wanted to be like this uppity somebody, you know. So I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'm gonna actually spend time on myself, not with somebody giving me their opinion on what they think or see of me. But I like my own shit. I like my own stuff. I like my own. This is me. This is where it came from me. So I don't want any more of that with people taking all my credit and taking all my stuff away and saying that I wouldn't do this and I wouldn't do that. I don't want it anymore. I don't want it anymore. Oh my God. Can I tell y'all something that really happened that was crazy? I mean, they're watching this now, so it is what it is. Probably with three other people. See, all that, all that, all that. Um, Ooh, I know. Listen, man, doesn't that suck? Jada Essence Hall was gonna do a whole thing video with me before this pandemic happened, honey. We were already planning on it. Doesn't that suck? Actually, you know what? Why don't I just go by Matty Rants? Like, if anything, why would I need to change my name? It's already there. And when I walk into the workroom, oh, y'all want another work? Y'all want another drag queen? Rich, I just want them to leave me alone. That's all. That's all. Just leave me alone. Worry about your own life. You're very talented. That is never going to be taken away. No one can lie on that. Just leave me alone. Stop talking about me. This doesn't work. It was toxic. It was crazy. Let's not do this anymore. I mean, I don't know how about the rest of you feel about like friendships that may have like gone away or astray or whatever. But like, if you know something isn't right for you, why would you sit in it and then, well, we've had a really tough friendship? No, it was toxic for a reason. Things weren't working out for reasons. Your opposing opinions were so negative to mine that mine were so negative to yours. It didn't work out. It just it did not. It wasn't healthy for us both. So when someone says let's cut it all out and walk away, it's for the benefit of us both. But when you start to call my friends, my very good friends, and you're now, I didn't do this because Matty made me do it type of stuff. Come on now. Come on. Come on. Grown. Making fun of me for not having a place to stay all the time, all that kind of stuff, dragging me for all those other things. And I sat there and let you do that for all that time. And here we are, and now I'm the villain. Okay. Oh, I'm here. No name. I'm here for that. I'll do a whole voting session of a rebrand and a rechange. Absolutely. That's all anybody's asking anyone to do is just worry about yourself, focus on you, and that's it. Now, when you got to run up and tell everybody about everybody who you've dealt with that's done you dirty, that's you. It is nobody but you. You tell on yourself every time. Yeah, RuPaul wasn't in the house. Yeah, that was the show with LL Cool J. Yeah, that was LL Cool J's brother. RuPaul played his brother, who he didn't know was a drag queen or something like that, and there was a whole episode about that. Yeah. I don't know, Belinda. It's no longer my issue. I was quiet about this for like 2 weeks. I didn't say anything, and I continued to get messages. I continued to get sent screenshots. I continued to get the entire, well, he just called this person, he just did this, and he just did this, because he'd leave a whole bunch of shit with them, and they were like, oh, and they would have to tell it to somebody else who knew me and was like, really? And it was all, it's too much. It's too much. This is stuff I dealt with in high school. This is too much. Too much. It's stupid. I don't care. This is the last time I'll talk about it. If it continues and it goes on even further, I'll just gather more information and take it to court, and that's just where we're gonna go with that, because I don't have time for this. Just being honest with you. But yeah, that's what I'm going through right now. Um, and I want people to be aware of it in case anything starts to triculate or whatever, because this person is very good at doing that kind of stuff. I'm not talking shit, but then talk shit. So if anything pulls around, we've had this conversation already on August the 2nd, and everything else I'm doing on my end on a legal standpoint. So there you go. But yeah, I'm just trying to move on with my life. And I'm trying to surround myself with people who are healthy for me. And I'm also respecting there was times that we had good times and there was lots of positive things they said and the other. But when you're actively calling people to tell them we're no longer friends, I don't know that. I don't know that. I don't need to be that. They would say the reason they're bitter is because they will tell you I used them for a place to stay, and I was not contributing a lot towards, like, I guess, one, like he would buy like food one day and I didn't have money to buy it, so then the following week it would be like, well wait, you just got all those donations from YouTube, why didn't you think about doing that? Which I actually did, and he would say, no, don't worry about it, save your money. But then a week later it'd be, well, you never offered to do anything. It's like, but I did offer that to you. Selective memory is also something that they deal with. So little stuff like that, I'm not dealing with anymore, because it was like I'm always wrong. And then to be told I wasn't a good friend, yeah, yeah, lots of that. You know, I can get deeper, but I'm not. I'm trying not to, and I'm trying to be good here because yeah, I was holding a lot of stuff to myself, while apparently through all these conversations of frustration, he was talking to everybody behind my back and was playing like it was concern, but it was a lot of shit talking. My family was brought up. My dating life was brought up. He made me sound like a whore. Oh yeah. So I'm upset because I let him in my world, and I'm upset because I really considered him a very good friend. And even when me and Jamar were having, me and Jamar had an issue last year, but it wasn't a huge one. It was just like us. I wasn't talking to him for a second because I was upset over our lack of communication towards filming for Drag Race UK. And when I did leave his apartment, it was just like we didn't talk for a little while. But that's me and Jamar's business. He inserted himself into that recently, and that's why I'm like, wow, wow. A conversation that I had with Jamar where I apologized to him about how I was feeling and telling him why I was acting the way I was acting, to which Jamar understood. And then he talked about his own personal stuff, and we got back on track. He just inserted himself into, y'all, just yesterday. My friend calls me when you do so. Like, I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. That is dangerous. That person is dangerous. He's willing to do whatever he can to destroy my friendships and relationships with the people who I care about the most. Okay. So I ask you all to say this, if this is a lesson learned with me to you. Uh, if you see something wrong the first time, or you see someone doing something that you don't agree with the first time, they will do it to you eventually, and you need to run away from that, okay? All right? I'm sure this video will gain a huge, long stories, responses of screenshots of pictures of me in my underwear when I asked for pictures not to be taken of me, a lot of stuff like that. I'm sure of it, because it is like a play by play book with them that they cannot just move on and get over. If that is to happen, I'll do my own thing. But I again am saying all this to say, please leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. We were not good for each other. You have to get over this. You have to move on. You have to be an adult. You have to let it go. This is what is happening. Not your perception of it. This is what is happening. Not your perception, baby. You're making me very nervous because because of just you in general, and what I've seen you do and what you've done and talked about with other people. So please. And got mad at me when I was like, please delete that photo. I'm so mad you took that photo. Got mad at me about it. I was just doing something fun for my friends, but if you're going to do all that, I'll never take a picture of you again. I'm really not even spilling. That's the crazy part. I'm not even. I'm giving scenarios. Let's do this. I needed to get this all out. So I think I'm finished now. I just don't want them to talk about. I just want them to leave me alone. Just leave me alone, girl. I'm not that. I can't be that big of a deal to you. I can't be that huge of a deal to you. I can't be. Am I? I must be the number one celebrity right now for them. Must be. Okay, so let's do this. Let's. If you could do me a favor, in the comment section below, start naming, give me your top 3 of Canada's Drag Race. Let's change this up a little bit because I don't want this to be my entire live, because I feel like that's been the entirety of what's been happening to me these past 2 weeks is my name in somebody's mouth. And can you believe? And let me tell you how I feel about liar, liar, pants on fire. Uh, that was my friend. I loved him. I didn't understand. It just every other time it was always so. Ugh, every time I get on the phone, shady. I just talk that way. No, girl, not everybody likes that. Okay, okay. We got a lot of Jimbos. We got a lot of Scarlet Bobos up in here. I see Limon. Rita Baga is getting into this. Jimbo Scarlet Lemon, Jimbo Priyanka Bobo. Okay, I wanted y'all to do this and wanted you to like type this in. Because by you doing that, I want you to see how everyone is different with their suggestions. A lot of us are really Jimbo. But I see some lemons in here. I see some Ritas. I see some Bobos. I see Priyanka up in this piece. We have a cast of multiple front runners, in my opinion. Now, I think Scarlet Bobo is due a win. I like Scarlet Bobo. I'm like, oh, please don't make her safe all the way to top 5. That would suck. Um, but I like me some Bobo. I think Priyanka is really great. We just need to make sure Priyanka doesn't get in her fucking head. Like, Priyanka can get in her head like nobody's business. You saw that with the Miss Cleo episode with her in Snatch Game. Like, she gave up. Like, gave up. I was like, Mama, you gave up. Why did you give up? Why did you give up? Please don't give up. I know it wasn't funny, but don't give up. Alona's interesting, but Alona there's tendencies from her that give me And there are other times where I'm like, she's the shit. Okay, I like Alona, but I also there's more popping for the others than there are for Alona, in my opinion. But I love Alona. I do. I like Alona. I like her a lot. I'd pay for a digital drag show. Honestly, I don't know what they're doing over there with the CDR group, but I think they need to start getting their digital drag shows together for the Canada Drag Race Queens, because this is pretty good season. I'm liking it so much. Yeah, she definitely did a good job with the lip syncing. I just wasn't blown away by Kiara's manic dancing. I wasn't blown away. I was talking to my other friend about this, and he was like, Matt, Kira was cutting up. I was like, nah, I mean, she was cutting up, but, she was cutting up. There's a lot of people that cut up in places they don't need to be cutting up at, but yeah. Who do you think is going home next? Oh, let's take a look at the list of people who are left in this competition after Kiara went home. Pre Jimbo Scarlet. I want to say it's going to be between Boa and Alona. It's between Bo and Alona. Baloney. Bologna. Yeah, Bologna. It's between those two. If it's gonna be anybody else, I would be gagged. I'd be gagged. I'd be gagged. I would be gagged. I'd be so gagged. Can you imagine if Rita went home next? Or Jimbo? Girl, I couldn't imagine. Baloney! Oh, how would I change Drag Race? I would change the cast. No, I'm just kidding. I would change judging a bit. I would have it be central to a voting system versus one main judge's opinion and other people are there just to say some shit. I would make it a voting system. It would be five at all times, and so it would have to be, if it's going to be a two and two, then that one's going to be the tiebreaker kind of situation. And I would go from guest judge to regular judge to main judge first, as far as the voting is concerned. I also would fix that fucking lighting. I'm tired of with America's Drag Race. That blue, 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 blue. Over it, over it. I need some. I need another color. Something. Canada's Drag Race, I'm getting used to the lighting. I still feel like they're in some giant office building, though. I still feel that way. Jeffrey Boyer Chapman doesn't need to come back. If they want to bring him back, they need to have a sit down with him. That's all. Sit him down, have a conversation. Maybe be less of somebody else and be more of yourself, or maybe don't be yourself and be more of somebody else. I'm just saying, I'm tired of her. I'm tired of her. I'm tired of it. Mustang, you got one more neck. You got one more neck roll. You got one more. Love you too, creatorist. You got one more neck roll. One more in you. Ooh, child. Stadium seating. Back door, honey. No, not even a seat. Have the toilet seat. Take a shit. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. Have the toilet seat. Take a shit. Release the bowels. Remove the toxicity from your body. I'm gonna. Oh my god, my hair is stuck. My hair is stuck. My hair is stuck. Hold on, y'all. My hair is stuck. Oh, ow. Okay. They should bring back Tainomi and have her replace Jeffrey? No. No. No, they shouldn't. They should not. We're still confused at Brooklyn getting this hosting gig, Mama. No. And she was top two. Okay, we back. Sorry. I gotta go though. My bad. We back. My bad. Um, it happened. The phone went on 10%, which means I need to get off the phone before my phone dies. And I didn't want to charge it because I wanted to make sure we had a little sound here. Okay, perfect. 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 So let me do this because I'm gonna go ahead and end this live right now because I gotta go. I gotta go. Um, Everybody, Canada's Drag Race is a T. That review will be out tomorrow. I'm excited for y'all to see it. Unfortunately, I'm dealing with somebody who is very much attacking me and is not. I don't know what's going on with them and why they won't do what they say they need to do or what they want to do with leaving me alone, but they're not. But I ask if anything is heard or said, reach out to me, block individual, etc., etc. I honestly wish them well. I don't know why this is turning into such a crazy situation for them, but I've seen this behavior from them before, so again, I'm not surprised. We have a lot set up for this week with the She Ain't video. We also have a situation set up for a situation set up for Canada's Drag Race, Fortunate Rants as well, new podcast, and then of course I'm going to try to get a video out on Umbrella Academy, and I do know that Housewives of Potomac starts today, so I'm going to try to have a video out for that as well. Okay. I'm trying to work on some stuff for this channel, but give me a second here while I get everything acclimated, and I appreciate all the love. Also, if you're part of my Patreon crew, we're doing Jackbox this week. We're still trying to set up the movie stuff because right now there's an issue with the lagging back and forth with the movie being streamed, but we have the Jackbox stuff set up, okay? So I will be making notes of that. I want everybody to be involved. I'm including the $5, $10, and $20 tiers for that, so we all can enjoy that together. Okay. Again, I love you. Please take care of yourself. Wash your hands, like cover your face, stay 6 feet apart. Don't go out if you don't need to go out. If you're going to go out with people who have been tested or those who are taking the same safety precautions that you are. And I love you so much, okay? Hugs and kisses. My best love and wishes to your boy, Matty Rants. I don't do them on Periscope. Do people still use Periscope? All right. I will talk to y'all later. And I love you. 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 I love you, okay?